Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first broadcast of Sakhi Speak. Sakhi Speak is a new initiative, and this initiative has been started to help women in the UK who are looking for jobs. And I've been in this place before, and I know it's not an easy journey. And this is an initiative to help women, Indian women in particular, to try and climb up the job market quite easily. So today we are going to talk about digital marketing in the UK, and um, I'm going to take you through a quick deck that I've put together. Digital marketing is an upcoming field, and there's plenty of opportunities. So let's quickly jump in. I'm going to share my screen now. There you go. Oops. So I hope okay. So I hope everybody can see my screen. I'm just going to quickly take you through the slide deck that I've put together. Just a moment. This is my first time doing a broadcast, so please bear with me. Oh. Oh my God, I think there's some issue. We need to try again. Sorry. So I'm just trying to share my screen to take you through the presentation. So if you just bear with me for a minute, we will have the deck up. Technologically challenged. Not a good thing for a digital marketer. Okay, I think we have the deck up, so I'm going to try sharing it again. The last time I tried to share it, it crashed, so that's not a very good thing. Let's try again. Screen share. Okay, there we go. I hope present to everybody. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Let's try to say play. Excellent. Amazing. I think it's up. So breaking into digital marketing. So this is a quick deck I have put together so that we can talk about this in a structured manner. A little introduction about me. I'm Pavithra Selvam. I'm a digital planner and I work with a company called Inventive Health. I work within the digital and innovation team, and I'm a digital planner. So a digital planner is somebody who helps clients understand how to spend their money in terms of diversification. So let's say you are Coca-Cola and you have X amount of money, and what a digital planner does is say, okay, so why don't you spend 20,000 pounds on Google search, spend £30,000 on advertising, spend like another £80,000 building your website, and like £5,000 on social media. So it's a mix. So a planner is somebody who helps clients determine how to spend their money and what is the best way to spend money and achieve return on investment. But what a planner also does is to help them strategize their campaign and help your client basically achieve the best possible outcome for their money. So I'm also an ex-journalist, and I also used to be a human rights activist, quite a very varied career profile. But right now I work in digital. Even though I was a journalist and worked in human rights before, I've always been in the field of digital communications. And I live in London, and I'm married. I live with my husband here. I've been in London for about 6 years now. So that's a little bit about me. So let's talk a little bit about this initiative before we go into the actual nitty-gritties. So I've called this initiative Sakhi. Sakhi means friend, philosopher, and guide in Sanskrit. So it's a job search support forum. I hope it can be a forum where women who work can support women who are looking to get into the workforce. So specifically created for women of Indian origin who live in the UK, as we have very unique struggles, compared to the rest of the population in the UK. So even though I'm going to try and design the activities of this forum for women looking for jobs. I mean, Indian women. I hope that some of these activities in the days to come will be of help. Oops, sorry. Oh, there we go. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I was just checking the screen's still being shared, so that's a good thing. Yes. So yeah, like I was saying, I hope the group's activities can be helpful to anybody who's actually looking to to find a job. And it doesn't matter what stage in your career you are. It doesn't matter if you've never worked, or if you're like a mid-career professional, or a mom who's returning to work. It doesn't matter who you are. We'll try and help each other as much as we can. So what is digital marketing? We've talked about this quite a few times now. What is digital marketing? Digital marketing, as many of you may know, is an upcoming field. Anything that you see on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, you'll see these little ads. It's very annoying sometimes, isn't it? Your brand pages, if your contests, brand contests, fan pages and things like that. They're all part of the digital marketing effort. Development, when I say development, it's building websites, it can be building apps, it can be designing virtual reality user experiences like the Oculus Rift, and lots of building, coding, and developing digital experiences for your customers. This is the development. So this is another branch of digital marketing. Creative is, I would say, the most interesting, exciting, and it's the most important part of digital marketing. The creative aspect of digital marketing is very key. So when I say creative, it can be copywriting, writing, anything from writing a tagline for a brand to creating visuals for a website or a brand identity, creating beautiful images. All of these fall under creative, writing very catchy taglines, even composing messages that go on social media, thinking about messaging and content. All of these tend to fall under the big creative umbrella. And digital marketing itself emerged from the creative space. Earlier, we had pure play advertising agencies, which did traditional advertising on, on your newspapers and in the tubes, or in India in the hoardings, and you'd see like. Sometimes I remember when I was very little, there would be like people actually painting, creatives on big billboards in Chennai, where I grew up. So that's how it all started. And today, of course, we are very mobile and digital, and we're always on the computer, we're always connected, and hence marketers and brands have felt the necessity to be present where their audiences are. So creative is, as you can now get a better understanding, is a very, very integral part of digital marketing. In fact, digital marketing is actually is a part of creative, rather than the other way around. So any kind of marketing has its seeds, or has its origins in the creative industry. So it's a very crucial area, and clients continue to spend billions of pounds every year, dollars as well, on the creatives, the most interesting and exciting area. Mobile, it's a very new area. It's something that's emerging. Mobile industry itself has been only around for, I think, smartphone era is less than 10 years old, if I'm not wrong. So it's extremely new and upcoming. I think the Android and the Play Store and the App Store on Apple, they're again less than 10 years old, probably, even younger. So there's plenty of opportunities. You can see how, mobile app owners, like creators like Instagram, and there have been other apps like Wine, and Angry Birds, which have just gone from zero to billions overnight. WhatsApp is another great example. So mobile has plenty of scope and opportunity, and actually there aren't enough people today to actually exploit the opportunities available in the mobile space. And it also falls under the digital marketing umbrella, and lots of clients yet to actually start doing very mature digital mobile campaigns. And this is a very nascent and upcoming area, and has presents plenty of opportunities. Digital advertising is my favorite. I've worked quite a bit in this area, and it's a very fascinating area, because traditionally advertising has been, shooting in the dark activity until 10 years, even maybe, not more than 15 years ago. Traditional advertising involved, creating short films for television. Amazing. We all love the great ads that come out of India, and some very, very creative, amazing creative talent we have from our country, India. So digital advertising is something that sorry, just a minute. Oops, technical problems. So digital advertising is, it's again a very niche and upcoming field. Again, not enough people in this area. I can, just from what I know from the last year, I think every 2 days I get an inbox message on LinkedIn asking, talking about digital advertising opportunities. Especially with social media, there is a lot of new opportunities, and nobody really knows how to navigate it because it's like a big dinosaur in the room, and nobody knows how to deal with it. And it's because of that it presents plenty of opportunities. So back to what I was saying about digital advertising being a shooting in the dark activity. Earlier we had TV ads, we had newspaper ads, we had the hoardings. I think sometimes we had like events, promotional events, PR activities. So these were the ways of advertising a product, or if you're trying to sell a toothpaste, then these are the ways you brought the audience's attention to the product. And it always rested on how creative the ad man was. The guy who was creating the ad, he would come up with 5-6 concepts, and the client would pick his favorite concept, and they'd just go ahead and execute it, and it would yield some results, and nobody was able to actually measure why a product did well or did not do well. It was not about correct strategy or anything. It was just like, okay, I think this is a great idea, why don't we do it? Today digital advertising presents plenty of opportunity because that era is gone now. Everything in the digital era is measurable, right from who is clicking on your ad, how long have they spent on your web page, which part of the web page did they click, is it the right hand corner, what colors work best, is it the red and blue combination that works best, or the green and gray combination that works best, or the pink and orange combination that works best. You can today measure everything, and also it's possible to target product ads to people who are exactly your target audience, who you are trying to sell to. So if you want to sell Aptamil, for instance, baby formula, on Facebook, if you wanted to advertise, it's possible now to choose to show your ad only to moms who have had children in the last 1 year, and who are of a certain who have a certain financial background, who have a certain interests. Example, their interest in child nutrition, or if you're trying to sell something which is very specific to children with a certain disease or a condition, you're able to really pick the interests and show this is what your audience's needs are. So you can identify audience's needs and serve the ads to them exactly, to the exact right audience. This was never possible even a decade ago. And digital advertising, there are lots of new there are lots of new changes every week. There are new things happening in this area, and there aren't enough people. So that's a great space to be in, and I love it because it's so challenging. It's super measurable, and you can change your tactics. The beauty of digital advertising is you can even advertise something with £5 a day. So that's an amazing thing for clients. Earlier they had to spend like millions of dollars and create ad films, and nobody knew whether it would work or not. With digital advertising, it's cheap, it's easy, you can continuously optimize it, and it's great. So these are the few areas where there are opportunities in the area of digital marketing. And let's go to the next slide. So talking a little bit more about digital marketing and the opportunities in this space. The first and most amazing thing is digital marketing is qualification agnostic. I have worked with colleagues. I've been in the space of digital marketing for over 6 years now, and I worked with colleagues who've never been to college or who've had PhDs. So digital marketing as an industry doesn't look for what you've studied, or it doesn't matter if you're a PhD or if you're somebody who just went to high school. It does not matter. What matters, will come in a later slide. We'll come and talk about what skills people look for. So that's a great thing that digital marketing does not require any specific qualifications. And it's one of those industries where people are respected not because of their what their CV says, but what they can actually do. So there are thousands of jobs open in the UK today in the space of digital marketing. London is an amazing hub for digital marketing. It's London and New York are the best places to be in the world for digital marketing. The rest of UK as well, because London serves as a melting pot for the East and the West, pretty much. The West being just the Americas. And it's a great place because it's super multicultural. Lots of companies are headquartered here or in the US, and because of that, a lot of big companies tend to have their digital marketing strategies, shaped in London. Because of this, there are plenty of opportunities compared to any other part of the world. So being in London gives an opportunity to work on global marketing strategies rather than just country strategies. So if you were in India, the digital marketing you would do would only be applicable to the Indian to India. But being in London is great because lots of companies are headquartered here, and they plan global strategies which affect every country that they market to, and you're able to be part of that amazing journey. So starting salary, this is while digital marketing is not as well paid as like consulting or finance, it's a decently well paid sector. Starting salaries tend to be in the 20s, but depending on which field you choose to diversify, like in the previous slide, we talked about different areas: social media development, creative. So if you were in social media, then you would be looking at roles like a community manager, somebody who is doing project management, somebody who's doing creative. So these are the kind of roles, and different roles get paid quite differently. And in development, it's more IT, is building websites, testing, and project management, and things like that. Development for both the mobile and for the for the web. Creative is another industry which is great. You can be a copywriter, you can be a designer, you can be a artist, you can be a prop designer, set designer. There are lots of things you can do in the creative space. Mobile, again, it's very similar to the development, but specific to mobile would be, you could like be building apps, you could be building mobile strategies, doing advertising. So that's the space, and there are quite a few opportunities in that space. So digital advertising, again, here you have the opportunity to, if you have a math or a statistics background, that's great, because there's lots of data that comes out of digital advertising. Analyzing it, being a business analyst for digital advertising, being a strategist is a very important role for the whole of digital marketing. Being a strategist is one of the coolest jobs, I think. It's really amazing. And being a planner like me, where people, clients come and say, okay, we have X amount of money, what do we do with it now? How do we diversify? How do we spend, different amounts? How do we decide how to spend, what kind of money on different venues? So those are the opportunities. So the starting salaries tend to be around 20K, 20 to 25K, and then it goes up to like 100 grand or more. So there's no top, there's no upper limit to it. Growth also tends to be quite quick in this industry because it's so new. It's not like finance where there is a set system in place, and there is a lot of because it's one of those older industries, people know how to do things. Digital marketing often is like, people are trying to keep their head above water and trying to cope with the changes that happen so rapidly. So there's not too much structure. There's plenty of opportunity to grow within your agencies or organizations. And, the one who knows the the latest developments is the one to grow quicker. So there are lots of opportunities also to jump between agencies. People are constantly scouting digital marketing talent, and it's very easy to switch from agency to agency, and your salary obviously grows every time. So that's that. So there are varied career paths. I think we discussed that earlier in the previous slide. I told you a little bit about the kind of roles you could be doing. So it doesn't matter if you're like a super creative bohemian artist, you still have a place in digital marketing, or if you're a math geek and you are somebody who likes to crunch numbers, you still have a place in digital marketing, because you can do like digital advertising, number crunching. You can do like there are things where you could do media buying, bidding, and things like that. So there are lots of opportunities for every skill set, I think, in this area. There's a wide variety of industries you can work with. So if you came from the IT industry, or if you came from finance, or if you came from FMCG, so you can actually specialize in the area of your previous experience. Or I mean, if you don't have an experience, then that's fine. Still, you can still find a way to specialize in something. So I currently work in the healthcare industry, which means I work with pharmaceutical clients. So pharmaceutical clients who produce drugs, and who are trying to find a go-to-market strategy for their drugs, come to my agency, and I work with them. Earlier, before this, I used to be the social media lead for Europe for Lenovo computers. So that's technology. So it is completely different area. You could be like doing digital marketing for the finance industry, which is like maybe your client is NatWest Bank or Royal Bank of Scotland, or something like that. Or you could be like, well, your client could be L'Oreal, who is a cosmetics maker. Or you could, if you're interested in the fashion industry, you may be able to find opportunity. Fashion, again, is a great area to be working in London, and it's really there's a lot of opportunities in that space as well. So varied industries, you can work in a wide variety of industries, and you can really specialize, and each of these industries will have their own regulations, will have their own methods of working. Some industries are more conservative than the others. Like pharma industry that I work with is super conservative. The finance industry will be very conservative. But technology, like I worked with Lenovo before, and they are like super chill, and they are open to ideas. Apple is one of the best digital marketing examples out there. So there could be like lots of things you could do. That, like, I think we discussed the last point before, the growth prospects are really quick because it changes so quickly, and nobody knows quite what's happening. So that's that. So what skills do employers look for? Well, this is one of the biggest questions, I think. So you have to be digital savvy. You have to, enjoy being digital. You have to know your way around the web, and, you have to live and breathe digital. I think a lot of us do these days, don't we? Consuming digital content is very important, and, just being up to date with what's happening in the digital space is key. The next thing is the ability to work under pressure. The reason I say this, it's a very common ask in a lot of job descriptions, and it may seem like it's like a non-item, but ability to work under pressure is very important, because you often work with clients who often work with clients who are looking for work to be delivered at the drop of a hat. Sometimes very annoying, but that's how the industry tends to work. And it's also a very creative industry, so you may brainstorm for like 3 days and still not arrive at a concept, and you only have like 2 more weeks to deliver it, or something like that. So the ability to work under pressure in pressure cooker environments, with also the other thing is to be able to manage your own personal life and have a work-life balance, so to say, because this is all client-facing work usually, and um, you know sometimes it becomes very difficult to manage. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to manage the expectations of the client, and you may end up staying in office quite late. So but it's not something that will kill you, so it's not that bad, but you just need those skills to be able to manage your life and your workload and your pressure, and the ability to say to people, okay, now I'm loaded, somebody else has to do this. So that's the ability to work under pressure, and they look for this in interviews. They look for their skill, and also they ask you for examples of how you worked under pressure in the past. So this is one important thing. Creativity and the ability to think out of the box. So this is vital. Somebody who's um, anybody who's looking to get into any type of marketing, not just digital, I think needs to be creative. Like I said in the previous slide, it's something that came out of the creative industries in the past, and it tends to be very creative. There are lots of opportunities to do so many cool things, and generally people are open to new ideas. They are looking for really out of the box things, really crazy things. Anything that may seem crazy outside does not seem crazy inside your brainstorm room. Everything is welcome. All points of views are accepted usually. So the next point is with when you work with a whole bunch of creative people who have a very opinionated mind of their own, you can imagine what happens. There are lots of conflicts. People don't get along with each other that well sometimes, and this is why you need excellent people skills. You need to learn to disagree respectfully, and also write off somebody else's idea, which can be quite offensive for a lot of people. So, and you also need to be able to take criticism and sometimes agree that somebody else's idea is better than yours. So the people skills aspect's important. The other aspect of people skills is also to be able to manage your client expectations, to be able to manage difficult clients who probably had a very bad day at work, or who had like a fight with her husband, or I don't know, like that. All you see all kinds of situations, and sometimes clients want to use you as emotional support. Sometimes clients will transfer the pressure their bosses are putting on them on you. So those kind of situations present itself, and client management is an art, and something that can go extremely well or disastrously bad. So the extremely well aspect is they're giving you more and more business. The disaster part is that you lose the client forever, and maybe it's a big client which is giving you a multi-billion-dollar account. So clients people skills are crucial, and they look for this again in interviews. They have various kind of tests, like behavioral interview questions tend to be tell me about a time when you've had to manage a difficult client or something like that. So questions like that are often asked in digital marketing interviews. The behavioral interview type, maybe we'll have a different session on that, is crucial, and it's very important for these kind of jobs. So attention to detail, it may seem like a no-brainer. It's something that is a non-item. It's always there in every job description. But attention to detail is important because often you're working with creatives. So if you're creating an ad, for instance, you need to make sure that it's grammatically right, because if you're Nestle and you're having you are the client. Your client is Nestle and you are the agency for Nestle, and you have the task of making sure you are delivering a good an advertisement to Nestle. You have to be sure that it can't have any kind of spelling errors. It can't have any kind of any errors at all, because it's a big brand and you have the responsibility of sending them the creatives which are audience facing. So attention to detail, again, attention to detail also means being able to spot conceptual errors, being able to spot strategic errors, to say, oh, if we did this, that really doesn't tie up to our clients' objectives. A lot of times, we see that big campaigns, multi-billion-dollar campaigns are planned, and then finally we're like, oh, but how does that tie to our clients' objectives? So coming back to our creativity aspect, sometimes people tend to get so creative, and they get carried away with the idea that it's very hard to kind of tie it to the client's objectives. It's a great idea, but how does this help the client? So that's the attention to detail. But so if you have all these things, that makes you a perfect digital candidate, actually. So as you can see, this most most digital jobs don't really demand a specific, do you need to know to code, unless you want to go into that area. Or for advertising nowadays, you need to know, how to do a bit of analytics and some data analysis and stuff. But otherwise, if you're going to account management, other creative areas, if you're going into the, core creative, then you need, of course, if you're trying it to go into core creative, you need Photoshop skills, you need Corel Draw skills, Illustrator skills, or things like that. If you're going into copywriting, then you just have to be very creative, a good writer maybe. So the different areas have their own needs in terms of skill sets, but the general skill sets tend to be this. And entry-level account execs get in with these kind of skills usually. So client management, project management can all be branched out from these entry-level account exec roles. So cracking the digital marketing market, job market, how does one get a job? It's all sounding great, but how easy is it? So finding a job, let's be honest, it's not the easiest thing. It is very difficult, and it is quite a pain, in fact. So there's a three-pronged approach: apply, network, and learn. So apply, you have to apply like crazy. Like, the way, when I was looking for a job, the way I applied was, I had an Excel sheet with all the jobs that interested me, and then I had like a standard set of templates for job applications, the applications and the CV. So sorry, cover letter and the CV. And then I would apply like a mad woman. I would get through like 75 to 80 jobs a day. That many jobs are available in digital marketing, by the way. So it's not easy, but it's not impossible. So you have to apply through job sites, send speculative applications to digital marketing agencies or / advertising agencies, working with job consultants. There are plenty of very high quality job consultants for the digital marketing field in the market. So you could work with some of them, actually. I'd like to share a link. I don't know if I can actually find it now. Let's see. Oh, I've closed it, but I'll post it later on. But there's a great link with all the best digital marketing consultants in London, in the UK as well. So I'll post that later. I'll share that. So working with job consultants, they are usually very good, and it's not easy, but they're a great source of advice. They help you, they review your CVs, and they help you, make it better for the particular role. So you have to keep going at it. You have to keep applying. The advice is for people who don't have any kind of experience in the digital marketing field. Go in for entry-level roles, and you can work your way up. So the second thing is networking. Networking through LinkedIn is great, and it's quite useful. Most digital marketing people tend to be quite open to accepting in LinkedIn invites, you can ask for a speculative chat. You can some people will agree and some people won't. Don't be disheartened. It doesn't matter if they don't respond to you because you don't know who they are and they don't know who you are, and it doesn't matter. What matters is that you tried. Some people are extremely helpful, extremely helpful. Some people, of course, don't care and will not respond, but that's not a problem. Uh, Work LinkedIn. That's my advice. Work through LinkedIn and find the different agencies. LinkedIn Jobs is a great resource for finding digital marketing jobs. LinkedIn's so try and also meet people in your personal circles, in your social circles, people you went to university with. It doesn't matter which country they are in, try and talk to them, try and see if they can introduce you to somebody. It doesn't matter if it's an Indian agency or a British agency. The key thing is to start having those connections, and even if they don't help you today, they will help you later on. So attend meetups and events. There are plenty of meetups that happen in London. Meetup.com is a great source to identify what these digital marketing meetups are. You can find lots of events as well happening on Eventbrite. Many of them are free. There'll be Digital Shoreditch is the most popular one. That one's not free, but it's a great way to meet lots of digital marketing professionals and work your way into a job. A lot of people have done that quite successfully. So I would definitely recommend that. You can just Google Digital Marketing Week in London, and you can also look up Social Media Week, which happens every year in London. So there are some great events that happen, and there are events like almost every week that happen in London in terms of digital marketing, and meetup groups are quite regular as well. So the other way to network is also if you just if you whatever it is that you do during the day, you could go and work in Google Campus, which has a free working space, co-working space. It's pretty much like a coffee shop, but that's a great place to meet people. And there are quite a few tech co-working spaces. Some of them are free, and you can actually go and sit there during the day to meet people. And there are the great meetups, like I said, that you can go and meet people through. A lot of them are very friendly and they will help you gladly. So don't be shy and don't feel like you're an alien. Just be upfront about, oh, I'm trying to break into digital marketing, and I'd like to know what you do. So that kind of thing. So networking is very important. A lot of time in this field, people get jobs just because they network. And I would say, though a big majority of jobs are advertised, a lot of them go unadvertised. I don't know how many actually jobs get filled without any advertisements. I think quite a few. So I would get into the networking game, and I would totally go for it. Learn. So it's great to apply and network and all of that, but you have to have something to give back to the person that you're networking with. It doesn't have to be practical experience. It can be something about how digital marketing has been working in your previous field. If it's finance, like maybe you write something interesting about how a certain bank in some countries using digital marketing in a very cool way. So there you just keep abreast of the new developments. There are plenty of blogs online. Take an online digital marketing course. There are websites like Coursera, edX, which offer free courses run by the best universities in the world. So take a MOOC. A MOOC is a massive online I don't know what it means. Okay. Online classroom, basically. It's a massively open online class. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So you can take some of those free courses that are online at Coursera. edX is another great source. So you can find Google runs quite a few free digital marketing courses. So you can search for the Google digital marketing courses and you can do it. They have free Google Analytics courses, and these are ways to actually expand your own skill set and add it to your LinkedIn accounts. And whenever job recruiters are searching for these skills, your profile will come up. um, so with on LinkedIn, it's always best to have the option to you know there's an option where you can get people to send you messages without having to connect with you. So I forget what it's called, but when we do a session about LinkedIn, we'll cover that, of course. So yeah, so read digital marketing blogs, take an online course, and make yourself knowledgeable. Read the news about digital marketing. Gizmodo is about tech news, the blog. Mashable is a great source for digital marketing and social media news. GigaOM, TechCrunch, all these blogs are great for digital marketing news. So have a look at them. And there are also lots of independent digital marketing gurus who have their own blogs. So yeah, preparing your CV. So oops, oh my god, I think this is the wrong. I'm so sorry. I think this is the wrong. It is definitely the wrong slide. So what I was going to say in this slide, I will update the. When I upload the deck, I will have the correct slide. I don't know. Oh my god, how did that happen? That's probably because this is the recovered file. I don't know. I hope the rest of the presentation is okay though. Oh my god. Let me actually try to open the final deck. Hang on. Okay, there we go. We have the deck, and yeah, there we go. Yes, we have the deck. Sorry about that. So I thought I saved it, definitely. So to get work experience is a great way to start your digital marketing career. Internships are a great way to gain experiences. Now, of course, internships don't pay or pay very little. I think nowadays they pay because there's some law about paying minimum wage at least. So, but what internships do is pay for your travel and give you lunch for free. So otherwise they'll give you a lunch allowance. So internships can be done a few days a week, or they can be done, you can even do it every day. There are lots of internships. Work in startups is a great resource for finding internships in startup digital marketing companies or agencies. So work in startups is the best place to find internships, in my opinion. Indeed.com, Gumtree, Twitter, Bullhorn Reach is another great resource. Escapethecity.com. So all these places are great ways to meet budding digital technology entrepreneurs and find internships that can help you expand your skill set. So the thing with internships is they're not expecting a great deal of skill set already, and you can use it as a place to develop and grow your expertise. So preparing your CV, yay, this is the right slide actually. That is very good news. So like I said before, write a few template CVs and cover letters. So keep a few standard templates, which is easy to edit. There will be like other people advising you that every job needs a own personalized cover letter and CV. I think that is a big waste of time. And from my own experience, I think have a few templates that you can very quickly edit and send. Yes, cover letters are important, and take time to write a few templates and keep it for different jobs. If you're applying for a account executive, have a certain job template for that. Analyze what typical job descriptions ask for a certain role, and then you can actually write something that is quite common and keep it. If it's for a social media manager role, then have another cover letter for that, and your CV as well. Prepare it. I would say don't waste time writing cover letters and CV for each and every application. Nobody will give you this advice, but I think it's a practical one. It will save a lot of time, and you can't apply to 40-50 places in one day if you keep writing cover letters and CVs for each and every job. And unless it's like something that you really want to do, don't take the time to actually don't spend hours doing it, because they don't even see it a lot of times. And the thing that they are really interested in is what you've done, and how you're a good fit for the role. So your biggest aim is to get through the screening phase and be invited for a telephone interview. That is your biggest aim. So it's important, but it's not so important that you spend hours on it. So keep a few templates and keep uploading them, and yeah, just keep going at it. Edit, because this is a creative industry. There are lots of copywriters, and there is a lot of attention to detail. People notice even if there is a stray spelling error, or if something is amiss, formatting is not correct, all these things. So make sure that your CV is completely proofread. It's not I think this is applicable to every field. It's not just digital marketing. So make sure it's like proofread. Make sure it's perfect, basically. Don't be too creative. I've seen sometimes lots of CVs which come through, which are like, oh, I'm applying to a ad agency or marketing thing, and I want to show them how creative I am. I would advise against it. While it's a great way to showcase your creativity, what will happen is that nowadays CVs go through automated systems, that screen the CV, and they will separate your keywords into different buckets. And when the HR person is searching for a certain skill set like copywriting or HTML, then CVs with the keyword HTML will come up. So what happens when you get too creative, too many colors, too many tables, or too many boxes, I don't know, like all the formatting that you do on your CV will actually hamper your chances of getting noticed on the through the system, the software that the um, HR uses to actually shortlist CVs. So keep it simple, keep it plain. Remember that a software is searching for keywords from your CV, and um, just make sure that you put your skill set. So whatever your skill set is, if it's coding, write coding, HTML, Java, I don't know, whatever, or if it's copywriting, write the name, whatever skills are mentioned in the job description, mirror it in your CV. So that is a very important thing. I would even suggest having a separate section called the skill set section in the end, so that the computer can recognize it quite easily. So and also, again, try to avoid tables, try to avoid too many bullet points. I think even like bullet points, try to avoid. And again, when you're writing job experience, say the name of the company and the year, and make sure it's like in an easy to read format, and not don't say 12th August 2001 to 13th September. Like, don't say it in words, use numbers and things like that. So make the computer's job easy, so that the computer can shortlist you easily. Be searchable. So that's another thing. People will always Google you if they like you, to find out who you are. So have an about.me page, have a clean LinkedIn profile, update all your experience, update your education, whatever it is that you've done. And be sure that your Facebook page is not searchable. They don't want to see like it's not, it's okay to see your personal profile if you don't mind it, but it's always good not to give them any kind of opportunity to develop a perception about you. So there is an option on Facebook to hide your profile from search results. You could do that, or if just run a Google search on your own name to see what comes up, and that's what will come up when an employer is searching for it as well. A lot of you may already know this, but good to go back and delete certain things which are not certain pages which are not very favorable for your application. So keep that in mind. Create your own social presence, like maybe if you have a blog which is professional, like put that in your CV and stuff. So if you have a Twitter account as well, keep tweeting things about digital marketing, so when they actually Google you, you can they will see that, oh, this person already knows a lot and things like that. So next thing is find out who is reading your CV. There are software which allow you to track what's happened to your CV. So if you send your CV as a link, you can upload it on on Dropbox or on Google Drive, and share the link with the recruiter along with the attachment. So if you're sending an attachment, also send a hyperlink of the CV. A lot of times people will hyperlink, and you can actually see what time they saw your CV, which part of the world, how many people saw your CV, how many people they forwarded it to, or whatever. So it's good to have that kind of insight. Another uh, app is called Write Inbox that I've used in the past. Write Inbox is great. It's an add-on to Gmail. So what Write Inbox does is, if the minute somebody opens your job application, it will email you saying this person has read your application or has read your email. So it's good to know that sometimes you spend so many hours applying and you don't get a response, and it's quite frustrating. So this is a great way to track whether somebody has opened your email or not. So Write Inbox is again great. So there's another one called Rapportive, which I've not added in this slide. It's Rapportive. Rapportive is an app you can add on to Gmail again. Rapportive will help you if you get a email from a recruiter or something. What Rapportive will do is display their LinkedIn profile on the right side of your Gmail inbox, so you don't actually have to go into the Gmail to their LinkedIn profile and you'll be like, oh, this person saw who I am or check me out. You can just look at who they are, and it will also show all their social profiles. Sometimes it shows social profiles that they probably are too embarrassed to share in public. So it's quite a good insight. You can, or if you have an interview with somebody, then it gives you a good opportunity to see all their social media profiles at the same time. You can understand what the person is like and prepare yourself. So the next thing is a no-brainer. Upload your CV to all the job sites. You will not believe how many recruiters will call you. So that's like basic hygiene. This is our last slide. So you have to be patient. This is not an easy thing, but it's not impossible. Like I said, it's a step-by-step process. It's slow, but it will happen. So step one, that you need the idea. Now you have the idea. Today you've learned a little bit more about a new field for many of you. Some of you maybe have already been in digital marketing, but an idea can change your life, like Amitabh Bachchan says in the idea ad. Step two, read a lot about digital marketing, social media, emerging technologies and trends, so you can make yourself knowledgeable and you can seem smart in interviews or even when you're networking or talking to people. Step three is research your interest. Like I said, digital marketing is an ocean. You have to find out what it is that really interests you and find an internship or find a placement that allows you to explore that field. Step four, keep trying, be patient, and don't lose heart, because it is not easy, but it's not impossible, like I said. Take look at it as a numbers game. Let's say today I apply to 50 places. If I do this for 6 months or 3 months or whatever, then look at the probability of, getting a job, and see, like, maybe you can even have your own calculation. If I apply to 50 places, I get like 2 calls or something like that. So you can plan your strategy of searching for a job according to that. So being patient, and then you will actually find success if you are patient and if you keep trying. So that's all I have for you today. And let's see, I'm coming back to the Google Hangout. I'm going to Hi, so this is me. So that's all I have for you in terms of the presentation. I can see some of you are still watching. So if you have any questions, you can actually type it into the Google Plus Hangouts window, and I can answer it for you. So I'll just wait to answer any of your questions. So thanks for watching the hangout today, and I hope it was useful to those who watched and those who will view it on YouTube later. So I don't have any questions at this point. I can't see any questions unless you have any questions. But you know who I am on the Facebook group, and you can, like, of course, message me later with any questions you have. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope that this was helpful, and I wish you all the best. And we hope to conduct some more sessions with different people, not just me, in the future. And I hope to see you again. Thanks, and bye.